Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lifelens TV.
Mwisho kabisa.
Today, we dive into a story that has left Kenyans talking.
Kwa mambo ya matoleo kanisani.
One that took place at Jesus Winners Ministry, led by Pastor Mwai, on Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. On that day, President William Ruto made a grand gesture, donating 20 million towards the construction of Jesus Winners Church, which sits on over an acre of land in Roysambu, Nairobi. But, ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans did not take this lightly. The controversy erupted fast, fueled by a single word that has become infamous in Kenyan politics: kusalimiwa. Now, if you're a visitor in Kenya, you might think kusalimiwa simply means greetings. And you'd be right, at least in a dictionary sense. Who wouldn't want to be greeted, right? But here in Kenya, in the post-2024 era, kusalimiwa carries an entirely different meaning.
Someone has shared my name, my number. For mimi nibaki nimesalimiwa. So nilisalimiwa vizuri. I can assure you, nilisalimiwa vilivyo. And I had that experience of being salimiwad.
Let's rewind to 2024. Remember Oscar Sudi's famous club, Timber XO in Eldoret? It was looted to the ground. Molo MP Kimani Kuria's house? Burned to ashes, with the blame falling on the late Richard Otieno, who was later murdered under mysterious circumstances. And who could forget Kieni MP Njoroge Wainaina? His supermarket was wiped clean, forcing him to admit in frustration, "I woke up rich and slept a pauper." That, ladies and gentlemen, is what kusalimiwa truly means in Kenya.
Kwa mambo ya matoleo kanisani.
Fast forward to March 2025, and history is repeating itself. This time, Kenyans have turned their attention to Pastor Mwai of Jesus Winners Church. But why? Because he accepted that Koshti's 20 million donation from President Ruto, a move that has now put him under fire. It all began with a letter from lawyer Nadegwa, demanding that Pastor Mwai return the money. His reason? He called it proceeds of corruption. But that was just the beginning. As expected, Kenyans didn't hold back. The infamous kusalimiwa culture struck again, this time targeting Pastor Mwai and his wife. It all started when their personal phone numbers were leaked on X, formerly Twitter. And if there's one thing Kenyans know how to do exceptionally well, it's greeting people the Kenyan way. Within minutes, Pastor Mwai's phone, a number he had used for over 15 years, became completely unusable. Why? Because his phone never stopped ringing. Calls were flying in like bees swarming around a honey-filled hive. And it wasn't just calls. His WhatsApp was buzzing non-stop, and his SMS inbox was flooded. Now imagine one annoying person who keeps calling and texting you even when you're not in the mood to pick up. You know how frustrating that can be, right? Now multiply that by thousands. This wasn't just a handful of people trying to reach him. This was an entire online army. His phone was hijacked, and at some point, he had no choice but to throw it away. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, that was just the beginning. Those endless calls, the overwhelming messages, they were just the warm-up. Because Kenyans have now set their sights on Sunday, March 9th, 2025. A day that might go down in history. They've made a bold promise that on that Sunday they will take their greetings directly to Pastor Mwai's church. And here's where it gets interesting. It's not just regular churchgoers who are planning to show up. This time, everyone will be a Christian for a day. Pagans, they'll be there. Atheists, they're planning to attend. Muslims, some are saying they'll also pull up. Because on that Sunday, Jesus Winners Church won't just be a place of worship. it will be ground zero for a showdown. And the big question remains: will Pastor Mwai and his congregation be ready? Or is this about to turn into a moment they never saw coming?
Ladies and gentlemen, the big question on everyone's mind is, will the Occupy Jesus Winners Church protest actually happen? And let me be blunt, this is a mission doomed to fail. Now don't get me wrong, I know emotions are high, I know Kenyans are frustrated, and I know there's a serious conversation to be had. But let's be realistic. This is not your ordinary church. Jesus Winners Ministry is not a kiosk. This is not a small street church that a group of TikTokers can just storm into, like what happened at Peter Kay's church. No, no, no. This is a mega church. We're talking about a structure that spans multiple floors, hosting anywhere between 10,000 to 15,000 congregants every single Sunday. That's not a crowd you can just intimidate with a few hundred angry protesters. To even make an impact, you'd need thousands, and not just a few thousand, tens of thousands. Security will be on high alert. Let's not pretend that this church is just another worship center. President William Ruto personally donated cash, 20 million to it, and now there's talk of protests. Do you really think he'll sit back and watch? Expect this place to be locked down tighter than a government building. GSU, they'll be there. Riot police, already on standby. If there's even a hint of disruption, expect swift action. The moment things get heated, the authorities will shut it down instantly. The unexpected twist, job seekers. Here's where things get even trickier. Pastor Mwai has already announced that after the service, job applications for Dubai, Qatar, and other overseas opportunities will be open. Now think about it. Thousands of Kenyans who are desperate for jobs will be there. These are not just churchgoers. They are hopeful young people looking for a way out of unemployment. And do you really think they'll let their one shot at securing an international job be ruined by protesters? If anything, the protesters will be the ones outnumbered. So let's put everything into perspective. A massive, heavily fortified megachurch, a congregation of thousands, high-security presence, job seekers flooding in with a different agenda. If you're thinking this mission is possible, think again. This isn't just difficult. This is mission impossible.
So, what do you think? Is Ruto giving as an act of faith, or is he securing his 2027 re-election through the power of the church? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, comment. Let's keep this discussion going. Until next time,